Hey everyone, this is DW's Darius and welcome back to the fish room. So today is the day that we're going to go ahead and make a few changes down here, and all these changes are going to be revolving around Anonymous. This fish right here is Anonymous, the guy right there in the back, and this guy is famous for being just very smart, very interactive, and almost the main mascot of the channel. For the longest I've kept him by himself, and I decided he's a bigger fish, let me give him a chance to live inside of my biggest aquarium, but I'm not really liking it. So first off, this guy is territorial, and he only really inhabits this right corner of the tank, so he doesn't enjoy the full size of the aquarium. And then on top of that, I lost interaction. When I kept this fish by himself, I was able to come and interact with him, and he was just very personable, and just that's what made him the mascot of the channel. And right now in his tank, he's focused on other fish, and it's not really the same. So today we're going to go ahead and take him out, but of course it's not that simple. We do got to make some changes. His previous aquarium is now temporarily housed in this flower horn, and also I want to do other things with this aquarium. Mainly I want to make this my native aquarium, so we're going to go ahead and try to put them inside of this tank, and of course I'm going to have to move the fish. So the female Zonatus, Vieja Zonatus, I'm going to go ahead and try to put her up here. This Buttercofri, I want to go and put them with the flower horn. These two convicts, for now I'm going to go ahead and move them to that aquarium. And then we have my Vieja Bifasciatus. I was thinking about rehoming him because if he goes up here, he's going to have a civil war with his brother. But instead, I might try to see if he can live in here. If he can live in here, I'm going to keep him for a little while. If not, I'm going to be forced to rehome him. And that's going to clear up space for Anonymous. There are some baby convicts in this tank, but honestly, I'm just going to leave them and they're going to be snacks for Anonymous. Now when I bring the Zonatus up here, I can't just put her in the tank because everybody's going to jump her. I'm forced to do a tank rescape to make everybody confused. And along with that, I might go ahead and snatch some fish from that top 125 and bring them over here, just so that is more new fish to focus on instead of one fish being targeted. And in a process, this tank is going to be emptied and all those fish are going to be dispersed into appropriate aquariums. So definitely a lot of work, but we're going to drag it out throughout the day and hopefully we are successful. So I figure it's best if we go ahead and start with the bottom aquarium over here. I'm going to go and drain the aquarium so that it's easier to work with the fish. While it's draining, I want to clean out the filter because that's overdue. I want to remove most of those rocks and driftwood because Anonymous doesn't need that. And then once we get around the halfway point with the water level, I'm going to go ahead and start trying to catch some of the fish out. Okay, so we have phase one complete. I'm refilling this aquarium. Once I get the filter going and the water gets clear, I'm going to give it a little rescape. And then I'm going to go ahead and put Anonymous in there. When it comes to the fish that was already transferred, so far the Zonatus is getting a hard time. Not as terrible as I expected, but it's only going to get worse from here. So I have to go ahead and figure out a way to get these other fish in here and do that rescape to create confusion so that she could adjust a little bit more easily, because right now every fish in the tank is challenging her. The convicts, no real threat in their aquarium. They're about to get stirred up though, because I'm going to try to remove every other fish so that they can use this tank as a breeding tank. The zebra tilapia isn't having a hard time coexisting with the flower horn as of now. And surprisingly, the vieja inside of the 880-gallon aquarium, the peacock bats realized that they can't eat them, so they left him alone. The only one that's bothering him is the female feste, but he's bigger, so they should be able to dispute that among themselves without any need for me to intercede. So yeah, phase one complete. So you can see the Zonatus back there, not really getting the warmest welcome, and if I don't intercede, I think in about a week she'll be dead. So I'm going to go ahead and create some confusion in the aquarium so that she has a better chance at adapting. And the way I'm going to do that is, first off, I'm draining this aquarium so that I could catch some fish out of here to add to this tank. That way there's multiple new fish and that attention is going to be spread throughout all the new fish. And I'm also going to go ahead and destroy all the territories, do a rescape, and hopefully cause some confusion and just give these new fish a better chance at adapting. And down below the water is clearing, and once it's nice and clear, we're going to go ahead and drop Anonymous down there. I would like to add a few more decorations, like a few more rocks, but knowing Anonymous, he's not going to like that. He likes just open space, so we're going to leave it as is. So these right here are the two new additions. So altogether we have 3 new fish. And I'm getting ready to drain the tank, and we're going to go ahead and give it a rescape. My Feste is fired up because she's trying to establish dominance. The little guy right here, the Rostratus, I have no problems with him because he's not really too closely related to the other fish, so we're not going to see him as much of a threat. But I was a little nervous adding that smaller Cynospilus because obviously it's in the same family as these other viejas, so they're going to see it as a threat even though it is as small as it is. Okay, so it's been a couple of hours and now the tank lights are getting ready to go off pretty soon. So I'm going to give you guys one more round of updates before we end the video. So throughout the day while I was doing all this work, I was communicating with somebody that was interested in picking up the flower horn, and he just left with the flower horn and the other fish that I put into this aquarium. So I put my buttercofferai tilapia in here. I really like that fish, but realistically I didn't have enough space for him. And I also caught my polypters and leucheri from my 350 gallon aquarium. All three of those fish were in his tank with the intent to eventually rehome them. And the guy that came, he was interested in all three. So we no longer have the flower horn, we no longer have the buttercofferai tilapia, and we no longer have the polypters and leucheri. So eventually I'm going to start working on this tank. I'm going to convert it into my native aquarium. I'm going to move over to sunfish, introduce some more fish. So eventually, hopefully, I can have a video of that. If we come over here to the 880 gallon aquarium, we added my Veja bifasciatus, and he is somewhere. He's pretty depressed. You can see him underneath this rock over here. Those Veja cichlids definitely are not forgiven, so he's going to be depressed for a couple of weeks most likely. But so far, I'm impressed that none of the peacock bass are paying him any attention. The Feste cichlid in here did try to show some aggression, but that's actually a good thing because now we have competition between the two of them and we should see more action from the Feste. So we're going to see how that goes. Endodonus over here. You can see this guy is back to his normal self, living up to his name. It does suck to have him in a smaller tank, but it's good to have his personality back. I'm not really sure if I like the light substrate. For the entirety of his life, he's lived over darker substrate. The light substrate might be causing him to show this golden color, so we're going to keep it. But I'm debating whether or not I'm going to remove it in the future. And then we do have all the baby convicts in here just trying to camouflage. They're all over here in this corner. You can see them. And the weird thing is that he probably might not eat them. The last time I tried to feed him a convict, that convict ended up living for months and became an adult. So we'll see what happens to those convicts. There's a lot of them, so they're probably eventually going to be a problem for him. So that's going to be pretty interesting. The parents of the convicts are over here. By tomorrow I want to have every other fish out of this tank except for the parent convicts. Lastly, here's a look at the 350 gallon aquarium. The water still isn't crystal clear, but you can see the aquascape. It's not terrible, but there are some things that I want to change. I ended up adding this new piece of driftwood, and I definitely love this piece. There's a lot of character. However, I feel as if it doesn't match the existing pieces. So eventually I do want to find more pieces like that piece, and I'll start replacing these over here so that we can have one complete scene. When it comes to the fish, the new fish, they're adjusting pretty well. And it's thanks to my rescape. My rescape did create a lot of confusion. It created chaos, it disrupted the hierarchy. And now we have a new tank boss, the female Jagovai, the Jaguar Dovai hybrid. She's back there in the shadows. And this fish has been extremely aggressive these last few hours. She's trying to take advantage of the confusion. The two big Vieja, instead of taking order or taking charge, they were too busy fighting each other. So the Jagovai snuck up, and right now she's ruling this tank with an iron fist, and she's extremely aggressive. If you notice, everybody is pretty much on the right side of the tank, and that's because that entire side is her territory, but she still is able to come over here and punk everybody. So she's been being very aggressive. At first I wanted to take her out. I was going to take her out and just take her to a local fish store as a donation because she's just extremely aggressive. However, when I thought about the big picture, she's actually the best thing that happened to these new fish. These new fish were being targeted by everybody, especially this female Fenestratus and the female Feste. And it was to the point where they were hiding in the corners. Right now you can see she's front and center. She's not looking too bad when it comes to color. Same thing with the Cinespilim over there. She's back there over there. She's a little intimidated, so her color isn't as great. But trust me, this jagovite is not as bad as these two. These two, because they were always at the bottom of the hierarchy, they were waiting for the first opportunity to find fish under them, so they were being extremely aggressive. The jagovite, she is extremely aggressive, but she divides her aggression equally between all the fish. So right now, this is the best thing for these new fish. As for the female rarest cichlid right there, as I predicted, she is the smallest fish in a tank, and she's pretty different compared to the other fish, so she's not really threatened. She's really had it the easiest. She has shown some aggression towards my silver dollars, and that's because being that she is at the bottom of the hierarchy, she doesn't want to be at the very, very bottom, so she'll chase the silver dollars every now and then just to boost her confidence. But that's what's going on in a tank. The jagovite is currently the ruling tank boss. I don't really like it because she's an ugly fish and she's just nasty. However, while these new fish are adjusting, it's the best thing for them. So I'm going to let her play out for a few weeks. Eventually I do want to take her out, but for now, as I said, she's going to reign over this aquarium. After her, we have the bifasciatus, and then you can see the black is looking depressed because the bifasciatus beat him. But yeah, that's been a look at what we've been doing. We've been moving a lot of fish. Look at the fast today. She's finally starting to show some colors, and that's because she's starting to boss around the bifasciatus. So there's a lot going on, but we're going to sum up the video with this. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you on the next one.